Alright, actually kilo barada korate onjia obi onji badaka, a beautiful jam that came in from the guy himself, Andona 256, doing it with easy, the lyrical, and of course I remain the only guy that speaks in capital letter each and every single time you are watching West Night Television on Star Times at 77, and of course Zuku Set Night on channel 0073, Azam TV on channel 369 as usual. You know, it's a fresh Monday. Come full force every single Monday, fresh and clean, and we always do. This is what we always give it to you. You know what we always give to you each and every single Monday. We make sure that wherever news that's circulated on the, over the weekend, we bring it. We don't blend anything. We bring it fully as it was. And of course, we had a lot of events that went down over the weekend. A lot of events. We had Twisty Finger with a love fest. We had a guy himself that is Ice TV on the other side of the day. What better events ma dupa mutimere over the weekend. Making sure you are kill in full package. And remember, there's a story that I told you last week, and I've been following up the story. And of course, I will be giving you that, the results. Then Lemaberuka Toke over the weekend, and of course new to yenga mukada ngich anyuti lembe muka chel muteka trending muka chel Kenya ni ku some of the TikToker, but of course in the second hour I will be giving you the report. When you send a kid on the field, definitely when the kid is back from the field, there are some expectation you expect. There are those things that you expect from the person. So me, I'm so loyal to be giving you, the celebrity news. And of course, I've been doing the research, the follow-up, I've been following up the news, the story. And in the second hour of the show, I'll be giving you that story in full package. I'm not going to leave any single stone untouched. That's why we call ourselves, that's why we light up the region each and every single time. That is our mission. You will light up the region where there is darkness. Go much kama, go little kama, mudu utie. But away from that, the lady herself, that is a Quincy, Black Mama. Happy birthday, Black Mama. There are so many entertainers who are celebrating, who are celebrating their birthday this December. One of the female artists, and the female artists we have right now as we are celebrating, her today, it's that is Lindsay, the Black Mama. She calls herself the Black Mama. One of the most, let me say, when it comes to music itself, she's talented, and she has a lot of music videos. But the only problem that I have with her is now that the management, this lady, she's so super talented, and she really needs, to be under a certain umbrella. Each and every single time I always tell these people, it's good to be under management. Why? Because you alone, you cannot single-handedly handle everything. In my language, where I come from, they always say, so definitely in such kind of organization, it needs a lot of, a lot of hands, helping hands. The helping hands that I'm talking about here is the management, yeah? You really need a management where I expect in a record label, there should be so many managers. One, the person who should be handling the socials, there are so many things to be handled by different people, of which one person like this cannot single-handedly handle all those things. IJMC remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. We recorded another blast in the entertainment industry. That is Maya Keys' show the other weekend was not all that well. It didn't go well with Maya Keys. The show was a flop. But of course, according to the people out there, Dano Berutie on the ground, watching Maya Keys on the ground. That is the same thing that happened to Twisty Finger. The first time when Twisty Finger organized an event, when he organized the concert, Dano Mubino Berujanok, which are single in the first event. Say the Majo Choko, Idugate to be the new Pirabora, you can imagine the whole of Twisky Finger. So he went back. Edok, Ekamedo Gedugu style Mukede, of which Mubedu itching Absel Mukatavano, Edu style Mukoch, Mugamenu, at least the turn up was there, massive. So people turned up, meaning that a realizing mistake, Mamira Shell Metimu, Egamedo Gedugu, is style Mukoch, Masa original was the guy who was on the ground but Mukelarka Sa original was not part of that event. But of course, they team le maberega machania Sa original legameting project it as so Emmy Chinge. And we all know that Twisky Finger, Bedi Kampala, ma kubankare about at least can be Bedi Kampala de Jarawir. Nyo ene entertainer kama ibe bedi kuni Kampala kuni bedi Soroti kuni bedi Gulu ma inyo ne home base pinyi patika kind at least o makinwang sa o makibedi duogi pacho so that dan me pacho they get to know you mani gaminwang ne wando nka washido mo wish pul padana mkendo ka gishido mo wish Black Mamba concert was a plus one of but and of course in a little land kawoni in Kamwachene by the end of this year or tumpa ornament show me working out my dit kawoni podi mkide mabeneno tipa Black Mamba karashelo ku I Steve ma I Steve gine par concert par nemecha lembe bedu dupa iye koto I from nowhere kot ubinu ni ai kama majunge urengo kama kocha ai iye koto binu chaku chui and of course the fans gi watch now in the day one day bang what engo fans okweto ka ai magigangi chako dawi kot gichako dawi kot paka koto gamu you the fans koto gamu show de pa gire koto show gire then show gamu yogi medre ewang mo gamu no erenia enwang for the first time I believe the second phase it will be bigger than that. The only message that I'm trying to give out here is that you as a person in this very particular industry, when you're doing something, make sure that you keep on coming back home. Come and visit people at home, keep visiting. You don't just go and you bury yourself in somebody's city. You abandon your city, and yet time will come when you also need these people in your very city. So please, kindly, for the entertainers, come in make sure that at least you keep on looking back. But in any could we to remember the thing, but couldn't you to the thing, but check it. At least steps perimuku bed utie kakame no? This is for the entertainers out there. So IMC remains my name, and of course, continue watching West Night TV. I would be giving you, the story. We have the story about, that is a John Black, whose necklace was almost being, the silver necklace. A lot of stories will be coming your way in the second half of the show. And of course, that the guy himself, Batman Carlos and LP Shadi, still, the story will be coming. Stay tuned to West Night TV. And of course, at Star Time, the channel channel 477, Zuku Satellite, channel 0073, Azam TV, channel 369. Let's go for a music break, and when we bounce back, full story will be coming your way.
Trace to melon, whatever it is, yeah.
Wow, boy.
Mapenzi lako niko kali kama nyembe. You draw me off my feet and unanipiga kama pombe. The one I wanna shit to mommy first and shit to daddy last. Tolu vanyo matwetwale. Only my better half it chitundwe. Chiko mawote and be to rest on the bed dale. Tunuza makwana chonzi mula. Mwanting kula. Ngampane mushawe no simula. Yeah,
Bono mkode nese na mtonyo Skini ekala kogama na mubongo Antude kubongo Mloza konyo Zira waka wembanga waka maze
Right in for you there on your screen. So IMC, you are still watching West Night Television, and of course, the only TV that brings to you stories, each and every single time. We always make sure that we don't blend. We don't blend our stories. And of course, as it is right now, let me tell you what the current news is that our brother that is LP Shadi and Batman Carlos, as we speak right now, these guys have been remanded They have been remanded. Of course, each and every single time when it comes to December like this, on the Kecha December, matelo iba pivu. Nothing should take you out there, the police, because once you get there in December, so many of the officers, they would be for their holidays, and trust me, the case will be followed till January. So it's now from me to us, yeah. But of course, I always tell people that let's not get ourselves into such kind of situations at times. But of course, as we speak right now, the dreads, LP Shadi's dreads is off as we speak. It's totally off. Batman Carlos, if he had the dread by now, the dread would have been taken off. So Jerry Manizo escaped the hot, let me say, should I say the cold water? He escaped it. And LP Shadi, they have been charged. Sometimes there are some secrets, you don't really need to lay it out to people. There are things, there are some confidential things that do not need to be, to be published. But of course, that should be the reason as to why. And Batman Carlos, so many are saying, are warning Obama to be the next person. But Obama, me myself, I would say, yes, as much as the content that some of the people release are not good, but of course, at a certain point, you as a person, when such kind of situation happens, there's a way you need to understand the things, and you don't just take it so personal. So as we speak right now, this message comes to us and to some of the celebrity out there, the socialites out there, how you relate with the people out there sometimes. Then there's a way people intend to take things so personal, There's a way people intend to take things so personal. Then in the process, they end up airing things that are not supposed to be aired out, Things that can, me I always tell people, don't say something that will be used against you, tomorrow. Let's not be doing those things sometimes. But of course, the chalma watch you story mabedu kalobo michakri cheng yenga mukado macha. Obedu story pa LP Shadi gi monu angreni ya Mirachel, obedu polisi bedu kasayo gi, ichenga de kudutienu, ugamenu angreni ya jugamo gi, juganju tero gi, ite chik, ma ni aika kechecha kendengo, dano jomu kende chalo Jerry Manizo ngati moko chidu chungi uye, mane gamechido, gano ania kesi pare tenya nok, uketu ewu. Ugamenu oginu angreni ya LP Shadi ku Batman Carlos, lemi gicha podna jubedu kaneno iye. Mapodin charmo weche poda suju teka neno ye madomo wacha na investigation you take investigating case migichan makawoni charmo weche LP Shadi utie ketu terugi penyi tuge nyao inge yarua kene jiwache tuge nyao gike darpi ni kendi yellow kawoni mando kabo wacha na nidano cheke lembeni betimre ngo yarua kai kende lembeni betimre ingom waka kaindi cheke minwango yania some of the socialites kaineno mot ko woni most especially chalma wat managing anyira lu dongu tingu dongu doku igidong ni business ni nywaru dano ni yanya some even put the nude photos in socials mamigi dano take a coping life moku mutiengo manang watiengo yi dano take a coping life ne mecha king migamen wangane ne sa moku gi they will become very expensive. Some gigamgi kiti imondi lembe moku minge ongo. Aneno pol padano manachinga tem kami example pa nyako moku maweru wira shell mingomba luru mono angreni a video pare mebedu kudeka Jomi Sagati ugameno angreni ya dewo ki social media. So pinyene makumeni gisa moku kawabe wadu kiwoku, you as a socialite, you as a celebrity, you as ngati moku majungeyo kelare kenen ile beneni ya pinye ya bechika kiti ya account pa social para ebe chikil rango lembe then ario lemote ga temwengi lembene chopi kelu ponji ni dano kene kendu kelungo ponji ni dano pirango mi chopi temlemene umakobedo weke lembengi ubedu betchen. But of course I would also urge the producer to put for me that picture of LP Shadi as the way he looks, because so many people will be wondering how my brother will be looking, will be appearing without dreads. But of course, as we speak right now, LP Shadi, the hairs have been cut off. Dubida bali kivwa. Then Badman Carlos madribika katete chi. Sa sidini batevin dubida lira kukinira. Enya utiadale bada iki dribiki ko. So mateiga anja mavoru siti yari. Ya zikatechi. Le yoda kiba maduki yoda pasunoko. Then yo azibani njeba azipi maruki ngoni like nataki ngoni. Yes, first of all, you will get the fame, you will get the like. Micho are following Kusura, but you be thinking missing. Your money mba mvediki. Yo deki. Icho bazi my life changira. Yo daki icho bazi ma ata da ojaku. Mi thinga yo daki umayosi. Let's stop all doing all this. Then Jafire Gulu also, comment section, under the comment section of different posts of people, they have been finger pointing at different people, and calling different names. Jafire, my inbeti Gulu, Jafire is the other side of North. His name has also been called, and at the same time, Bosmik or team. People also mention, they call those names. Bosmiko team, Jafire, who else? Obama's name was called, and Torero Bay, then Trisha Bay, one of the socialites, one of the Luru socialites based in Kampala. That is Trisha Bay. Most especially, finding her, she's found, around, Bununu's cave, something like that. But I've never been to that place. So that is El Pishadi for you as we speak. This is the current situation. How El Pishadi looks. Yeah? That is how El Pishadi looks now as we speak. But of course, being taken down. But I think he's the most handsome guy in the prison right now as we speak. With the physical appearance, But I believe that this is a lesson to us. It should be a lesson to us, we the people, we the socialites. Kuingia Kiswahili say kuingia ni rahisi, kutoka ni matanga kabisa. Unaweza ingia rahisi, lakini kutoka hako inaweza kuwa ngumu kabisa. Ndio maana nasema kila wakati chochote ambao una portray nje huko, cha kwanza jiangalie ndani yake. Hii maneno ambayo niko naweka nje huko anaenda saidia binadamu au hawezi kuwasaidia? Kama hii maneno ambayo niko nafanya hawezi kuweka impact kwa binadamu, sababu gani uweke huko? Airishua kujiweka huko. So that is the current situation. That's how my brother El Pishadi looks right now. For those of you who think maybe the guy is out, no, my brother, he's not yet out. He has been remanded. So you yourself, person out there, please take it upon yourself to do the right thing at the right time, so that such kind of situation does not cross your path. Sergeant MC remains my name, and of course, the baddest producer, the boy, the only producer that we have in Uganda, and of course, right here at West Night Television. Let's go for a music break, and when we bounce back, a lot will be coming your way. Sergeant MC, Star Times, the channel 477, Zuku Satellite, channel 0073, Zam TV, channel 369, and all West Night TV socials. You can as well catch up with us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Like and comment. Follow West Night TV everywhere for all these amazing stories. We shall always be giving you the fresh stories about our celebrities, because it's our job as the television to make sure that you people, you get to know what you get to know each and every single thing, on your plate and on your living room. Sergeant MC, let's go for a music break, and when we bounce back, keep it right there. Right, a beautiful jam right there, and of course you're still watching Western Television, the only television that gives you full of stories. A long music break, and of course a lot of audio, a lot long awaited for music collaboration, that is between JM and Bushi the King in the title of the winning team. The audio, it's already, they are working on the audio as we speak right now. The collaboration between that is Bushi the King and JM Kennedy, we have all been waiting for this. Even me personally, I've been waiting for that collaboration. And the next collaboration that I'm waiting for, it's also coming on the way. Man, CJ did a collaboration with that is the guy himself, Starboy Junior Simba. You know, he did a collaboration with him, and of course, we are all expecting. Then Kwame Ngudu by Lucky D, you know, Lucky D also, the Kwame Ngudu is also out. I've seen a lot of people trying to vibe to Kwame Ngudu, which is a good thing. So, that is love. But I have only one problem with this artist. You see, when men happens to do the video challenges, you know, they don't put on their status. But when a lady does that, trust me, all the status will be flooded by those by the video challenge. Their TikTok will be flooded by that video challenge. But when a when a man does that, I don't know what is happening. Definitely, I don't really know what is happening. But for you artists out there, make sure you balance these. You know, when a man happens to do a video challenge, also put on your status, yeah? That is for you. The person did it for you. But of course, you find the status of some of the artists are being dominated by female, female video challenge, not the male one. Yet, male are also doing it. So we really need to take that upon ourselves and balance the equation. We don't just need to be, bending on one side. Trust me, men will get annoyed. I'm saying this out of experience because I've been following people. You know, I follow people and people follow me too. So it has been a mandate. I don't know what is happening, but of course, guys, I want to say let's stop that. But of course, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As you can see, we are fully branded. You know, we are trying to put you into that mood, into that vibe of the Christmas itself. And of course, the boy, the baddest guy, I know you know what to do this time around as we continue from here. And of course, the slots of, the slots of entertainment in this festive season is too big. But of course, home is always home. Rolling Star, this 31st, will be hosting the annual White Party that happens each and every single year. That is on 31st December. That is a 2 years dance. One of the biggest fireworks. This time around, I believe that we're going to be singing in tongues, for the White Party. And this White Party this time around is going to be holding so many dignitaries in the, within Ora constituency. And of course, we are here to light up the region. So we all combine this force together. And we shall be happening. That is in Rolling Star launch for the, that is on 31st December. 2 years dance. One miel paka wara mako jutingwara. Itingwara itiudo inguti kukaide na dongi buwoto kuda wota dong. Anti entano. Ichidu bila gambut bati dugo ku gambut dong. Eni ke amida wachindaro cheke mirora. Wabechika beri wakano wabechika beri Rolling Star inindu pira dek we achiel nango do wateka warming paninda para beach. Kachito kami vote mwade ni mama kuchecha kakani iora kecha dong in wamiel paka ninda para beach. Pinwach White Party ubetelde paka biri ninda para beach. Mwa benendo ngo wakoro sama kwa shiwa bol kude vote ni mama de enke ni dano cheke mirora consequence amira wachu ni au dano cheke mirora ni no daro pin Roma ebe Romu para Roma dong lemu marketing kene ni yubiri umbelo kene mira kene tie upepare wat lon sane da pin Roma kwa mi ni dano matira dalma singa beka wachu yu yani utie ka bere moku ka kenini mingom tua ka kenini momako wa cleaning en kadon ka bere ka wa cleaning en ke mama ni ngan ma chope cleaning ka bere de pare te mama ni mama chalo mana chenga be ka mi example pale mpa boda association magi launch mamigi mama ni mama oberu guest of honor they were able to lobby 10.2 million etake ni boda association mirora kadon etake within 3 hours they managed to lobby 10.2 million Uganda shillings. Enke mama ni mama Karachelo ku 2-star General Dick Olum ubedu combined force mamigi aya ku flag bearer NRM flag bearer mkene yesterday umiuchinga but mama ni mama bedu guest of honor donc inindu piradeka chel ngeni lebe mutimre imudu wok be kama link donke wabe ting me kumeni ni wabe chicha ko celebrating any independent ka shell ko white party i rolling star kechecha wa mielo bir manindo pe bir ni da para pin wabe chika bolo ko voter makenga mukede de pe ngat machomo ka we iwaka bedo cha we parete mama ne mama dongo makwa nwengorania kutingom cheke ya tingom ni cheke watimu wowirwa we wachiwa bole vote ni mama keto omedongo ngoma mwamit ora away from that, and of course and kuma any John Black was attacked by some of the by some of the tags, when John Black was performed over the weekend, but of course in the process when he was coming out of the stage, the rude guys, me I call them the rude boys. Yeah, the rude boys, they wanted to do away with his silver chain, silver necklace. So this is the guy who had to defend himself. So the guy seriously defended himself, and the chain, the tags were not able to, to remove the chain. That gives me back, remember sometimes back when Lil Pajo was performing in Sironko, the same thing happened. But for him, being a street boy, when he realized that somebody wants to remove the necklace on his neck, this is the guy who turned, and when he saw the guy, he decided to give the guy the punch. He gave the guy a punch. Of course, it's all about protecting yourself. But me, myself, I was like, I asked myself, some of these artists, they do end up removing their shirts and they give to the fans out there. They remove their shoes and give to the fans. I remember back then in one of the presidential campaign in some districts, a guy in the name of this guy, Gravity Omtuju, removed these shoes and he gave it to a fan on the stage when they were doing when they were protecting the game. As we continue protecting the game, the guy removed the shoes and gave it to the fan. Now, why don't also these guys do the same? You remove your necklace. Try portraying something out there, like shocking the world. Removing one of your expensive necklace and you give it to the person. But these guys, I've never seen any of these artists removing the chain from their neck, on their neck, giving it to the cast, to the fan. But they always remove their shirts, they give it to the fans, and the fans also receives the shirts with a lot of sweat. But for me, I would prefer these artists, when they are celebrating, when they are enjoying after these fans giving them the support, they should also be giving them the golden watch, the silver necklace for them also, so that they can also have that time to put on that. But for me, you artists, sometimes we really need to do the right thing at the right time. Little Puzzle did box also some guy sometimes back. I remember telling him, but it's not a good thing for you, the fans out there. Somebody, you also end up, you also want to steal this person. It happens sometimes back when FIFA Maker came to Arua. When FIFA Maker came to Arua, some guys, they also stole his car key. They stole his car key, demanding for some money. And also the same thing happened to Shiba. Sometimes back, her iPhone was stolen. But for me, that one there was a game. For Shiba was a game, definitely, because why did I say that? Why am I saying that it was a game? Because Arua Tami Jeba, once they have taken it, trust me, it will be very hard for you to recover that thing. But of course, it was very easy to recover Shiba's phone. That's why I was like, this one here is not, there's something, there's a rat that was smelling somewhere, because it could not just go easily like that. But all in all, when you're doing something, people always do things for a reason. Maybe the guy thought, the guy who wanted to remove the necklace, John Black's neck, thought maybe he would succeed, but nevertheless, the guy did not succeed in that. But away from that, another guy, the lady herself, that is Cindy Sanyu King herself, warned the young upcoming artist from attacking their elderly, the people who let me say, from attacking the legendaries. They should stop attacking legendaries because they can be crushed easily. And of course, she went ahead and talking about that, in a jungle, giving an example that in a jungle, you don't just need to go and disrespect people, whatever you get in the jungle, because you don't know what that person went through in the jungle. So there's no need for you, these young upcoming artists, attacking, the legendary artists. I believe that some of these young artists, they attack this legendary because they want to get the fame. But of course, Asini is trying to warn these people that in the process of you getting the fame, you will be crushed. Not being crushed, physically, but musically you will be crushed, because definitely you'll know that this is, like it said, somebody who is better than you while seated. Trust me, even if you stand up very tall, you can never be better than that person. So for me also, I will also say that these young artists sometimes, the way they do their things, I don't know whether because they want to get the fastest fame, but it's not a good act. Respect should be given to the people who deserve the respect. You don't just go disrespecting people anyhow because you're already also in the industry, not knowing that these are the people who first started the industry. Long Shiba, I mean, warning, a very strong warning. Ni upcoming artists ni juruwer mu binu manyeni no ngane Paul Kare juruwer mu binu manyeni no ngane dogi be beru mabuchu dogi be beru mabuchu kum jumula ri beru chon industry ne ma eni masini be wacha ne o mako gwe klemene kani be chindi dielum nyoy be woti park kudi be ngati mo maworo ngo be ni dana maworo piene kami be chindi cha dana mo gide gi beru tika kichi cha don in kani be binu manyeni maki no ngane ngode ibedo kunyate woro mo kuchacha bed ko woro eni umako bedutie. Otherwise nia ibe crashing in dongen ke she spoke her mind barabe yet epele manda pieni no anya ka woni ni nyitinda wiya matindo mbe bini industry ne meni fame gaming kadonge go wira chele washa ni aende de don ngati mashope don mope, which is not a good thing. Utiengole maber dano mo la riptelo yo ikori nuankare muku kuni bidi wacha nite bigger than them nuankare igami tima ngone tinkare muku igami chidi penjuki lema ngomu makatim. For example, people who can give you ideas without asking for anything. Achel, we have Free Boy. Ario, we have Bushi the King. Can give you advice. So these are people, these are the two examples that I can give you, because I've stayed with these people and I know who they are. I know who they are and how they do their thing. So these are people sometimes here in West Nile. Get advice from these people. Don't just go attacking those legendary artists because you want to get one of the fastest fame. You lie, my brother. CHUKU remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. I'm going to rest my case, but before I rest my case, time has come. We really need to do the right thing at the right time. Western Television, we are here to give you full package, of the stories that are trending, the stories that are trending around the country. We always bring it to you physically on your sitting, let me say on your screen, while seated, let me say in your living room. The next on your screen, it will be the Nilecast, of course. Majara Kwane Bejiberuka Jik Daisy or Chamach will be coming in with the Nilecast, the current news that are circulating that you didn't know about. And of course, this is the right place for you to get all the latest news. Not celebrity news, though celebrity news is also there, but of course, I expect we are, locally, the things that are happening locally that you don't know, but you can also get to know it when you're watching Western Television. Big up on yourself, my brother, the boy, the baddest guy, CEO, you know what it is. From me to you, it's gonna be a bye-bye. See you till tomorrow for the Nile Vibe. As IGMC remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. I sign out. From me to you, it's a bye-bye.